fuck on.
All right, and we're on. And who's ready for a countdown? Oh, wait.
Give me 1 sec.
Let me
I am.
fix my... blank out the scorekeeper. There we go.
God, I hope this is the movie that I think it is, because otherwise, I'm going to be wildly unprepared for this conversation.
I'll probably be just as prepared as you are.
Oh, hey, cat. Okay, yeah. I'm ready to kick us off.
Yep. I'm just tweeting that heat. All right, we're good.
All right. Alex, you ready for me? You ready to start recording?
Oh, I kind of been recording for like the last couple minutes.
Perfect.
Just in case.
David, you ready?
Man, he's good.
Yes.
You're way better than me.
Actually, I'm far more ready. I've been recording since the last time we recorded.
Oh, God.
I just never stopped.
I filed my taxes over a year ago. All right, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, God damn it.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It is Game That Tune. Beep boop in the house once again. It's ya boy, John Harrington here, and we got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And taking over Jesse's seat for the evening, we've got a special guest, a returning guest, one of our longest tenured patrons, one of all of Video Game Music Podcasting's longest tenured patrons, turned video game music podcaster. He's following the path of the righteous man. He's become a video game music podcaster himself. It's Alex Messenger of The Messenger Presents a VGM Journey. Alex, say hey.
Hey.
Yes, I've found a way to do the longest-winded intro that you've ever had. Welcome back, man. Glad to have you. For everybody listening, if you're just joining us here at Game That Tune, that's ridiculous. But what we are going to do tonight, we are going to listen to some video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games with the songs and a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off. We're going to have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night picks the theme for our next episode and plays some bonus tunes. And the winner last week was Jesse. He's off on the Chris Jericho wrestling cruise. And after seeing some of the stuff on Twitter about that, I'm kind of jealous. Apparently he's just like doing karaoke with professional wrestlers and shit. And, here we are still recording this podcast. We should start a podcast cruise, guys. But, that's another Patreon goal for another time. So Jesse left us a note with a theme for this week. The theme is robots. Games with robots. And I think it's going to be a pretty fantastic theme. I don't know if you know about these things, these robots. They tend to pop up in games. Games. They sometimes take place in the future, or in like an alternate world filled with mechanical men.
I like a game that takes place where you deal with like robots of today. For instance, like one boss could be a Roomba. Another boss could be Alexa. Just all of today's like current robots.
That would actually really make sense for the obligatory factory level.
Yes, God, it's like an Amazon fulfillment center. We just gotta clear out all the robots, or replace all the humans with robots. See, that's the real game of today. Replace the humans with the robots. That's what that's the next one. But yeah, man, there's some fun robots out there. Whether you're playing as the robot or you just got a robot hanging out with you. Man, we're gonna say robots so many times tonight. The words are gonna lose all meaning. and I'm quite frankly, I'm here for it. So yeah, we got a great game coming up. We got 5 great games. We got a great fan request, and I think unless there's anything else, I think we got to just. I'm trying to think of those laws of robotics. David, what's the first law of robotics there?
A human cannot harm, or a robot cannot harm a human.
Oh, okay, I thought it was we must start with game 1.
Oh, see, I was thinking of Asimov's robot laws. You're thinking of Phil's robot laws.
The GTT robot bylaws, of course. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, it's our prime directive that we must begin the show with game 1. John, you can't get that logic wrong.
Game 1.
Thank God. Awesome. All right, guys. So this is one of our fan requests for the evening. This came to us from David F on YouTube. He actually though did make this request in our Discord. And so this game, in addition to having beat 'em up and platforming elements, also contains a half pipe mode 7-ish Sonic 2 bonus level-ish mode to move between the game's distinct areas. All right, guys. Think of tonight's theme and show me an answer. John Regan says beep boop, which is sadly incorrect. David and Alex both have the correct answer. This is robots.
Son of a bitch.
That's right, robots for the Game Boy Advance,
No.
based on the 2005 movie of the same title.
Man, I looked at the metadata
Beep boop.
tags that you uploaded, and I guess you overwrote them with beep boop.
That's
you fell for that
hilarious.
shit, John?
You son of a bitch.
God damn it,
You
Johnny.
thought every song I uploaded tonight was from the game Beep Boop?
No, I just looked at the artist name. Now I'm looking at the title and realizing you made everything beep boop. Artist, game, and title.
robots. Robots,
Damn it.
John, is the theme. The theme is robots. Beep boop. Jesus, that's really funny. I didn't intend for you to fall for that. I just did that instead of deleting the tags.
Clearly, John thought this was like some strange indie game that was released called Beep Boop.
I would
That
love
uses,
to
like,
play
two
an indie
colors.
game called Beep Boop.
I'd buy that.
I have fucking Ding Dong for my Switch, so Beep Boop would be the next like $2 game that I would absolutely purchase and love. So let's get the guys that made Ding Dong on the phone and see if they'll make the sequel Beep Boop. No, but this is not Beep Boop. I'm broken.
Episode title: Beep Boop the game.
Oh yeah, it's just Beep Boop. Game Beep Boop. So this is Robots, the game again based on the animated film of the same name from 2005 for the Game Boy Advance. That soundtrack is so much better than it should be for this game. Like, yeah, what a cool like techno-y kind of industrial sound. I mean, the industrial sound makes sense. It's a game about robots, but like the soundtrack doesn't have to be good.
Can the Game Boy Advance make audio that sounds that good? Because that sounded good. Like
I was about to say, I was like, I'm surprised it's a Game Boy Advance, and I love the Game Boy Advance, but its sound quality is not what that system is known for.
Not at all.
Yeah, when I think of Game Boy Advance, I think of American Idol for Game Boy Advance.
Like, when I think of Game Boy Advance, I think of a distinct hissing sound that accompanies all sound of a Game Boy Advance. Like it's fascinating that they got good sound out of it for robots of all things. Like it's always these games that get you. Like, who's the guy making fucking fantastic soundtracks for the game Robots? Like, you're just shooting your shot hard with that one. It's like, I guess you got that fuck you Vivendi Universal money, you got that movie studio adaptation money. And it's like, yeah, fuck it, we're going all out.
Wait, so have we addressed the main question? Are there robots in this game?
John, this is going to blow your mind. Everything in this game is a robot.
Perfect.
This is the most appropriate game for this theme. It's maybe the most appropriate.
I forgot that's not hot take anymore. I gotta update my keys.
It is. That's John. That's the new hot take. We react to that as though you played the hot take sound. Don't you wrap your head around that? Yeah, I made a hot take. This is in the history of Game That Tune. There has never been a more perfect pairing of theme and game than right now. This is really phenomenal stuff. Our theme is robots, and everything in this game is a robot.
Yeah, if we didn't play this game, you guys would need to retire. I would need to retire. We just need to just hang up our, podcasting boots in the closet.
Yeah.
We're just done. We're done.
No, quite frankly, when it came in as the request, it was like, with the first or second request, I'm like, well, yeah, that's a slam dunk. Like, how could we can't say no to that. The theme is robots. It's like, it's obligation. Like, if you ever have a game that is a 100% title match with your theme, you have to choose it. So,
all right, fans, we're looking for fan requests. The theme is robots. I request robots. God damn it, that man is a genius.
Yeah.
Well, I saw him request it in the Discord, and I was like, I was familiar with the game and the soundtrack already, and I was like, fuck yes, we need to get that on the show. I don't care who you are, we got to get that on the show.
Right, yeah, not only because it's the perfect, appropriate, game for the theme, but yeah, the soundtrack is actually like a super slap. So it's pretty goddamn good, man. I'm way into it, and I'm happy to know about it because, again, it's like, I'm sorry, there's a phenomenal soundtrack out there for the 2005 Robots game. Like, okay, cool, I'll give it a listen. But yeah, it's the game itself actually looks pretty cool. It's kind of it's not a 2D platformer completely. It's there's platforming elements, but like the stages are at like a kind of a tilted angle, so you can move around them more like a beat 'em up. And so there's beat 'em up elements and platforming elements. And there's a lot more beating shit up than I think there was in the movie Robots, which, yes, I did watch in preparation for this game. Like, I had not seen Robots. That came out at the perfect time of me being too old for it. And like, yeah, I don't know. It just I overlooked Robots for the last 15 years. And I gotta say, kind of glad I did. That movie, besides having cool animated robots, the movie is kind of fucking weird. Like,
I just remember
I'm happy I watched it, but
I just remember when that movie came out being in awe of the cast. I was like, there are so many good people in this movie, and there is no reason for them to be in this movie.
Give us a rundown, David. Who we got?
I remember Ewan McGregor, Robin Williams, Mel Brooks. Wasn't Halle Berry in this movie too?
Yes.
It was.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, what? Why are so many people in this movie?
You had your Amanda Bynes.
Indiana's
you had a touch of the cooch.
Greg Kinnear.
Yeah, Greg Kinnear as the bad guy for some reason. You had Stanley Tucci. Had a little touch of that Tucci in the movie. Yeah, I mean it's a stacked ass cast. The main thing I latched onto the movie from the movie, naturally, given me and the how early this occurs in the movie and how many questions it raises. That movie raises more questions than it answers. It's like, okay, here's a movie about robots, and it starts out with a mother or a mother and father, a husband and wife, and they're so overjoyed that they're gonna finally have a kid. And then they bring the kid home in a box and assemble him. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird right off the bat. And then so the mother is holding the baby and it's cooing and they're very happy. And then she's like, wait, is there supposed to be an extra part? And she like points at a like one piece that's not attached. And the dad, he goes, oh, no, I'm sure they meant to just, give us a spare part. And, she like checks the manual or something. It's like, no. Oh, and then she pulls the baby's like diaper and goes like, And he's like, oh, right. We ordered the boy. And so he pulls out a hammer and brandishes the hammer. And then like the baby wails. And this movie begins with him hammering on the baby's penis. And I'm just like, whoa.
So it's like,
what a start.
It's like a brisket with a hammer.
I know, but no, the penis wasn't on. He had to add the penis. He's like, oh, right, we did get the boy. Clank, clank, clank. All right, there it is. Now he's got his penis. I lost it at that point. I'm like, okay, hold on now. This, whoa.
What was this movie rated?
I'm hoping PG at least. Like, penis guidance suggested.
So I'm sorry. Okay. Like mother and father loving robot couple, they decide to have a baby, so the baby gets delivered and they assemble it. Okay, haha, that's a cute robot joke. But does the robot age from that point? Like, does the robot grow up?
Yes.
How does that work? Like, it's mechanical. Metal doesn't expand.
That's the whole plot of the movie, and actually, like, it's really fucking silly. Once the parents can afford it, they buy him his big boy parts, and they upgrade. They upgrade each other. I'm like, what?
Do they upgrade his
this
penis?
This is weird.
That's what I want to know. Do they have to buy him like a bigger penis at some point? Like, how does that work?
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know.
Let's get that big
robot
boy dick.
puberty.
They don't reproduce. They don't reproduce, so they buy their kids, so there's no need for a bigger penis.
So basically, robot puberty is instead of waiting for your balls to drop, you just attach your balls.
Your dad buys you new, bigger balls and gives them to you. Oh, God.
Oh, wow, Dad, these are the best balls ever.
Thanks, Dad.
Merry Christmas, son.
Yeah. Oh, what are these made of? Brass?
Oh, wow, thanks so much, Dad. No, you have your balls now. Make sure you creak down your voice box. You need to lower that a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. They also make a joke with that, like the
Hold
baby's
on.
crying and they just turn it down. I'm like, this fucking movie. Like,
Here's a problem.
Yeah.
This thing's still set to preview bested.
But yeah, see, that's what, frankly, like Robots the game should be some kind of like Harvest Moon, like it should be a life sim where you grow and upgrade yourself as a robot, not a beat 'em up platforming game in which, because the movie doesn't contain any beating up. It's a robot romp. The robot Rodney wants to be an inventor. Great. There's no room for beating shit up in there. It should be like a Harvest Moon type situation where you grow up and you upgrade your penis and you get married, and that's just like, I don't know, that seems more natural than this game that they cranked out. But They probably just didn't have the budget or the vision, quite frankly, to make a game where you start as a baby robot and earn upgrades to your penis.
Spore, but robots.
I mean,
Oh, God.
a life sim where you play as a robot, constantly upgrading yourself. I think we just invented Beep Boop.
Oh man, that's it. We have got to start a game studio, guys, because that is a genius fucking idea that only lightly infringes upon the very thing that we're discussing right now. Like, robots didn't make that game. We could just make an adaptation of the movie Robots that's focused on all the in-between, all the young life of young Rodney, and call it Beep Boop. And I bet 10 people would buy that game. God,
I pay $60 for that.
I just imagine a dad having a conversation with his son. It's like, son, you're getting a little older now. It's time to talk about the beeps and the boops. And he just explains, 1, robot sex, and then 2, where to order your kids. And it's like, listen, son, if you're gonna get out there, 1, you gotta, fucking bag that thing up. You got to use protection. And 2, just don't even order a kid.
It's really easy to not have kids.
Yeah, in this world, you can have so much sex without having kids. Just don't order the kid. Oh, good. Word. So yeah, that's what the movie Robots did to my brain. I immediately started on like, well, this promiscuous robot world. Whoa, I'm in.
Oh God, John, did you know that I named tonight's live stream Fuckbot 9000 because I did, and it seems very apropos right now.
God, come on, John, you got to run these things by me before you do it, man. Good Lord. You rename it to Promiscuous Robot World. It's just a little more tasteful.
I gave him the idea.
No, but anyway, yeah. So this soundtrack's amazing. This game, fine. The movie, fucking weird. And I'm gonna say thank you to David for the request, and let's all upgrade those penises and move on to the next game, John.
Game 2.
I cut so much out of it.
So in one of the levels for the game, the beach level, there are a bunch of sandcastles, and one of the sandcastles is in the shape of an Atari 2600 controller. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling pretty darn good,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Pretty good.
All right, let's see some answers.
Oh, John!
God.
God damn it.
So John and Johnny are both saying pretty much robot penises. And David says SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's a point for David.
What?
John, your robot tick was so much better than mine.
Yeah, it was a very impressive robot penis.
It had depth.
Thanks.
I mean, that is the robot penis that I want to upgrade to whenever I, go through robot puberty.
I thought I was doing
You
so
just gotta
good
upgrade that thing.
with my 2 nuts and a bolt, and you kicked it up a level.
Well, Harrington was really impressive looking, but I gotta say, Johnny's. I mean, your robot penis. I mean, I thought it was pretty creative. I like that.
Yeah, man. It's not about the design of the robot penis. It's about how you use it. So you can get by with your 2 little nuts and your little bolt there. It's all right, man. Anyway, so this is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. For what system, Alex?
It came out for the PS2, GameCube, Xbox. It was during that.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Strange pick. Who's the robot? I haven't watched SpongeBob in a long time.
Well, a lot of the enemies that you're fighting in the game, it's a bunch of robots that were created by Plankton, who was trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula from Mr. Krabs again.
Right.
And while he was building this robot army, he fucked up, and they don't obey him. And he needs SpongeBob's help to, I guess, beat the robots.
Yeah, makes sense. As much as anything in SpongeBob makes sense.
That classic tale
man.
of robots gone awry underwater.
Right, exactly. Yeah, in Bikini Bottom, the robots didn't go back in time to kill the future savior. They just want a burger recipe. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting.
Oh God, SpongeBob Terminator. That's the crossover we need.
Dude, that should be the next movie, quite frankly. It should be, I'm not sure who would be sent back in time to save whom, because you can't count on SpongeBob to be John Connor.
No, I feel like it's got to be the squirrel is the Sarah Connor of the whole thing.
Yes, bingo.
I can't think of her name.
Sandy.
But Sandy. Yeah,
Sandy.
like future Sandy with a buzz cut and like an eye patch comes up and teams up
she has
with
to protect-
SpongeBob and Patrick.
So I was she has to protect at least Patrick, because he's just, he's the doofiest person possible to have to protect. And then, I mean, would Mr. Krabs be involved? Could he be a T-1000? No, I don't know. This is going to need some work. But I'd watch it. So, Alex, have you played this game?
Actually, I did way back then. Yeah, it was kind of a childhood favorite of mine.
Gotcha.
Played a whole bunch. It's one of those 3D platformer games, pretty similar to something like Banjo-Kazooie, where you just gotta go around collecting a bunch of stuff, which this game's version of jiggies and stuff are golden spatulas.
Of course they are.
Nice.
How could it not be? I mean, it's SpongeBob after all. I'm trying to think of. I mean, that's SpongeBob. He's a rich character with plenty of things to pull from, but like, how much of it makes a video game like compelling? Like, yeah, spatulas, okay, but because I'm trying to think of like other early SpongeBob stuff, like he was blowing bubbles, and
there's a lot of that in the game.
Oh yeah. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, but it seems like there'd be a like an elaborate bubble blowing mini game.
Or is that like his main form of attack? Because like, how do you take on the robots?
Yeah. SpongeBob no karate.
I mean, he'll swing around like his little bubble wand, and like he'd use it to like do like these like jumps, and he could like make like a little missile, and shoot at guys. They get a little creative with it.
Good. I like it. Wish I had played it, man. That's the thing. So like this game and all games really post like Nintendo 64. I feel like I kind of stopped going for licensed games. Like, I don't know what happened, but like, I wasn't picking up the Nickelodeon stuff. Like back in the Super NES days, I was all about it, man. I wanted some Ren and Stimpy. I'm trying to think of other like Nickelodeon based games. I feel like, I guess Ren and Stimpy was the main one. They had a couple. I wanted like Vidiots, and I feel like they had a space game. And then after a certain point, it's like, I like SpongeBob, but I don't know if I would ever play a game about it. And it never came up. David, help me out here. You're a licensed game playing guy. Did you ever play any of these old? Come on, talk us through your favorite Nickelodeon games.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I feel weird talking about SpongeBob because SpongeBob there is a very clear line. Like, that is the cutoff of when I stopped watching Nickelodeon. Like, everything pre-SpongeBob, I was fine. But for some reason, like, SpongeBob's like, no, you know what? We're good. We're good. I never got into SpongeBob.
That's crazy, man. 'Cause SpongeBob, I mean, now here we are 20 years later after he's been introduced. SpongeBob is kind of awesome, and I've always liked SpongeBob just fine. For me, I'm trying to think. I think it was Cat Dog that made me never want to watch Nickelodeon ever again.
Yeah. How do they?
Poop? See, I don't want to get into that. Like, but besides the horrifying logistics of a cat and a dog fused together with no anus, there's just the fact that the show wasn't very good. It's like, man, late 90s Nickelodeon was kind of floundering, man. Like, they didn't bring back Ren and Stimpy. Doug had gone over to Disney. They needed a hit, and SpongeBob was it. And I'm happy for their success. Happy for SpongeBob. Johnny, help me. I mean, you watched at least a little bit of Nickelodeon, right?
Oh, a little bit. There's that show about skaters, I remember. What was that one?
Oh, Rocket Power.
Rocket
Power.
Yeah,
Rocket Power.
Yeah.
I was giving you a dirty look for a second. I'm like, what on earth? Oh, right. That show.
And
John Regan skaters? No.
Yeah, John doesn't like extreme things. No.
And they had that Rugrats All Grown Up, which I got like excited about at first, but then it just wasn't very good.
Oh, my dreams come true.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
I guess see Tommy as some kind of stoner. It's kind of Rastafari.
Fine.
It's the thing that seems good on paper, and then you think about it, like, oh, a sequel to the Rugrats. I love that show. Now I get to see them deal with adolescent angst and teenage problems. Like,
right.
No.
Which, for the record, is not all grown up, as now actual grown-ups. I want to see the Rugrats in their 30s. I do not want to see them go through high school.
Yeah, I want to see Tommy go to a job that he's just now realizing he kind of hates, and he's struggling with what to do.
I just want The Office, but with Rugrats. Like, what's so wrong with that?
Can we please get the episode where Susie struggles to file her taxes?
Yeah, exactly.
I want Angelica as Jane Levison Gould.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, it really raises the question, since that was such a success, when are we getting SpongeBob all grown up? What's the future hold for SpongeBob? Why is SpongeBob locked in like a Simpsons-esque time loop where he never ages and is just the same adorable character all the time? Like, what's SpongeBob's adult life going to hold? Is he going to manage the restaurant someday? Did he win the battle for Bikini Bottom?
They made a Broadway musical about SpongeBob. Like, I think he's doing all right.
I think that's right. I think that's SpongeBob all grown up is SpongeBob Broadway musical. Oh God, it's horrifying. That's the future we shouldn't have asked about.
I'm actually about to blow your guys' minds a little bit because like this game, it actually had a little bit of a cult following, and I mean, it was like so much of a cult following that they're actually coming out with a remake of sorts for this game, similar to like the Crash Insane trilogy and stuff, where it's like it's got like upgraded graphics and all that. And I was like, what the fuck?
Awesome. So yeah, that's your all grown up is SpongeBob SquarePants HD remix. Like, What the fuck?
That's
I'm so
amazing.
happy to know that. Yeah, that's great, man. And so that's obviously a fan thing. That's not a.
Oh no, no,
You know.
no, no! It's a legit, you know.
Oh, tell me Nick's putting money into that.
It
Good for
is.
them.
They are.
Good for them.
That's so good.
And Nickelodeon, man, you know, they're evergreen in my book. What a great channel and handling of IP. You know, I got nothing bad to say about them aside from Cat Dog. What the fuck, man? Seriously, what's the deal with Cat Dog? Oh, yeah, well, gross. Yeah, no, that's fucking great. So when is that coming out? I want to play that. It's like I have a kid now, and now is the time to be playing a SpongeBob game. See, that's the thing. In 2003, I was, it was like me and robots. I was too old for this shit. Now it's like, actually, yeah, I need a SpongeBob game on my PlayStation. Where is that game?
I want to say it's coming out like April or May, so just a few months away.
Hell yeah! I'm assuming with a fully remastered soundtrack. It's gonna, you know, they got the Final Fantasy VII remake team doing it, or no, they're busy with Final Fantasy VII remake. I assume they probably don't have time for the SpongeBob remake.
Yeah, I think they're pretty busy for the next 10 or so years.
Yeah, but God, I would love to see SpongeBob get like a super serious overhaul of all the battle mechanics and you know, new voice acting. No, not new voice acting. The voice acting in SpongeBob is great. Hell yeah, man! I look forward to that. That'd be fucking great to have this year. Because my son's just about old enough to start engaging with games. He won't be good at them, but like he'll want to play them. So it's time to give him the SpongeBob treatment. Awesome pick, Alex. Anything else on SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Definitely check that game out. It's actually not that bad.
Hell yeah. That's a ringing endorsement for a Nickelodeon licensed game.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
You
Pull
heard it here
quote,
first.
million seller, GameCube, selects. Johnny, let's keep it going.
Game 3.
So, this third-party Wii game features a dynamic soundtrack. Live bands were recorded with slow and fast versions of each hit so that instrumentation could be added. Different instruments are added depending on the color of your main character. Fuck it. I don't even care if he writes anything down. Johnny gets a point just for dancing.
Yeah, he really committed to that. Good Lord. Did you write something down, John?
Yes, I did.
It's good.
Did anyone else write something down? All right. So
What the fuck?
It's a dick smoking a joint.
I was going to say Johnny has a marijuana smoking penis. Sadly incorrect. John Harrington has a very confident de blob, and Alex Messenger has de blob, which there shouldn't be question marks because both of them are correct. Johnny, play a hat trick sound because you get a point for dancing.
Yeah, you earned that one, Johnny. I don't encourage people to watch our live stream, but that you missed something on this one. Oh no, wait, yeah, do watch the live stream or listen in podcast form, whatever you like. Consume us. Wow, what a sight to behold. That was talking about John Danson. I'm not talking about the blob.
So you know what else is
the next 15
to...
minutes discussing John dancing.
I didn't stop
you know what
the
else
whole
is
song.
A sight to behold. The colors in de blob.
Yes. Seriously, David, work on that trivia, because man, what a giveaway. Like a third-party Wii game in which your main character might have a different color. What could it be?
Well, I figured if I just left it alone at the dynamic soundtracks, I don't know that anyone else has played this game. It's I'm gonna add a little more of a hint in here.
Yeah, you're actually right to assume that, because for all the love that I have for De Blob, I did never play it. It looks so cool and charming, and no, I never played it.
This game is actually really fucking fun. I recommend playing it, John. I really do.
I know that I should have played it because I heard it compared favorably to Katamari Damacy back in the day. Because you're like a blob rolling around and coloring things, and it's got this cool abstract art style, and I'm like, that sounds great. It just didn't happen. I don't know why. Like it really
play
should
Twilight
have.
Princess some more.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm trying to think of what else came out in 2008 that I was playing. It had to be like fucking Smash Brothers or something.
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I think my time was monopolized. So, oh well. But so tell us about it, man. This is Katamari Damacy, but you're a color changing blob. Game
Basically.
4.
So the story of the game is there's this beautiful colored, I think it's called Prism City. I don't actually remember the name, but a group of evil ink blots come and steal all the color away. So you are this amorphous blob who joins the underground resistance to fight this evil ink organization by dyeing yourself different colors and painting the world bright colors again.
I like
Which
it.
ties into the theme because the Ink Army, I think it's Inked, INKT. It's like an evil corporation. They use paint robots, so the robots will like suck out all the color, and then you can smash those to get that color. And then if one of the robots gets onto you, they can drain your color away from you. So they're these evil like
Oh.
spider robots that just have these giant balls of bright colors attached to them.
That's cool. I guess I never thought about it very hard, but it's like you have to be a blob and paint the town different colors, and it's like, well, I mean, if you can just change colors, then like what's the challenge of the game? But no, you have to attack things and acquire the colors to to paint the town. That's actually pretty cool, man. And I just was looking, and apparently this has come out for Nintendo Switch. So it might be time to lift my unintentional 12-year embargo on playing De Blob, and maybe play a little De Blob.
It's fun. I will say it can get a little repetitive because because like there's a whole bunch of like big sprawling open environments and you kind of like get a certain score, open up more of the level and all that kind of stuff. So to do that, you have to like complete missions and side things and all that. But there's only like 4 or 5 main objectives. Like, oh, here's a time trial race. Here's a group of enemies to defeat. Go paint these 6 specific things. And then they just kind of like recycle and over. So after a while, it can get a little repetitive, but the main game is still fun. Like it's an enjoyable platforming game. You get to change your color. It uses the primary colors, and then if you're blue and hit a yellow enemy, you turn green. And then so you can like build your colors that way. And eventually, if you just keep mixing colors, you turn into this brown blob that kind of makes everything like this really nice bronzish color. And as you go, everything is like very basic and monochrome, but as you hit it, the colors burst out. Like trees are basically dead, but then when you hit them, they get leaves and they're bright and colorful. And as you go around and like fill in the colors of area, everything starts to become vibrant. So like there's a park that's all dead and empty and everything. And if you get all of the trees and the fountain, then all of a sudden the whole park comes out and it adds a new layer to the music. And all of a sudden like life is brought back. And yeah, it is very Katamari Damacy, where you just kind of like zone out and just cruise through the game.
See, yeah, I like that. And the whole color restoring thing, I did learn recently that I like that as a mechanic because I played the fuck out of that indie game Grease. That is that's right up my alley, man. Adding beauty to the world through the addition of color and the world becoming more vibrant and coming back to life. That's kind of right up my alley right now. That sounds fucking great. So I probably have been missing out on this. That sounds fucking delightful. And so is there actual like combat and stuff with the robots, or because that was my other question? Is you're a little blob? Like what can you really do besides blob about? Like
you can
you don't even have a boy. You're merely a blob.
You can like roll into enemies, or you can jump up and slam down onto them, and that's pretty much how you attack. So it controls
Word.
very simply, but it's very fluid. So there's this little like jump pads between certain sections, so you can kind of like zip line between buildings. But mostly you're just kind of like jumping and rolling and slamming.
Sweet. Now, question, David. Was this the game that cemented your love of color and ink based platforming games? Is De Blob due for a comeback? Say in the world of Splatoon.
See, I wondered how long it was going to take before somebody would bring up that comparison. And you know
It's
what?
an easy association. I mean, look at it.
I would be down for that.
Yeah. Oh, the Blob, it makes a special guest appearance for like a Splatfest. Like, what's their faces? Pearl and Marina bring him out. It's like, I don't know, this guy's kind of weird and kind of gives me the creeps. And it's like, hey, check this out. And he just like splat and just like blows color all over the world. I think he'd be good. Would he be like a special mode? Would it be like what was the one where you have to like break the barrier around the special weapon? Like,
Rainmaker.
Yeah, would it be a special like De Blob Rainmaker? I'm trying to think of how De Blob factors into this caper.
Or maybe it's just like a new special weapon. You put on a De Blob costume and you just run into people.
That would be pretty fun. Yeah, just like a living, Splatoon roller. That's just what De Blob is. I kind of like it. It should come back. There, David said it. Great idea, David. $1 million idea. Because there's so many fans of De Blob out there that also are demanding more content for Splatoon 2. You got the Octo expansion. Where's the Blobo expansion?
I mean, really, it's a vast untapped market of literal dozens of people.
Yes, there are dozens of us. But yeah, no, the game looks fucking cool, and it always has. And I've always been like. It's always been one of those in the back of my mind that, like, if I was ever at the used game store and I saw it for like $10 to $15, it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll grab De Blob. I still haven't. I'm sure I've passed it by thousands of times now.
You just go to the used game store. Oh, hey, it's De Blob. $16. Pass.
Yeah, no, $16.99 on a Wii game. That's a barrier to entry, my man.
Just wait, man.
You show me $14.99 or you get the fuck out of my face.
When are you going to go there? And like that, it turns out this game is now a collector's item after we've mentioned it on Game That Tune. And it's going to be $100.
Yeah, they play Game That Tune in GameStop now. And everybody's going to know how great this game is. And everybody's going to grab it. It makes sense. So, I mean, that's fine. Let the joy... let the joy of De Blob color the world again. Everybody should play De Blob and play games that bring joy and color to the world. That's it's an untapped genre. It's De Blob and Grease. How many more? We need more of these games. It's just a home run.
One thing that I do think is cool, because it was like a really small development studio, and it started it off as like a tech demo, and they're like, actually, this game's pretty fun. And they shopped it around, and then eventually Nintendo was like, yeah, you know what? You should make this. Go ahead.
Yeah. We likey, makey. And that's all the email from Shiggy said. So, excellent pick, David. Great game, great tunes, as demonstrated, as illustrated by Johnny's refusal to stop grooving. Just a phenomenal soundtrack. So, anything else, David, on De Blob? Is it Day Blob?
De Blob.
De Blob.
Apparently I think it's a Dutch studio, and "de" is like the Dutch word for "the." So it's literally just The Blob.
Right.
But
just making sure it wasn't a Mexican thing.
It's a super fun game if you passed on it, which I imagine most people do. Go back and give it a try. It's a really fun time. It's a good game to just kind of groove on.
Hell yeah. Yeah. That's what we're all about, video game grooving around here. Right, John?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's going to drive sales of this game is like the grooving soundtrack. Like people aren't even going to play the game. It's going to fire up a level and then just groove for hours.
If the game has a sound test, even better.
Oh,
if the game has a soundtrack CD, even better.
Oh.
Don't even need to play the game. No, wait, play the game. Johnny, let's keep going.
Game 4.
Alright guys, so this entry in the series introduced a new concept of optional boss battles that can affect the outcome or ending of the game. Alright guys, let's see some correct answers here.
Can you give her that trivia one more time?
Nope. I hit it before even reading it.
Gotta read the room, man. Alex is shaking his head.
All right.
We have a guest.
Let's do this again. All right. John says Mega Man X2. Alex says Mega Man and Base ? And I know David wrote Mega Man. There it is, Mega Man X2. So we got two correct answers with Mega Man X2. Alex, I'm sorry it's not Mega Man and Bass, and I'm sorry that I jumped the gun on hitting that.
You idiot! Did you hear him play the hat trick sound, Alex?
I know, like I was like started to bring it up, and all of a sudden I just hear Indiana Jones. I was like, what the fuck? I was totally.
That's all right though, man. Logically, this game should not be available for use on the show in episode 186.
Right?
It makes
what the hell?
zero sense that we haven't used this. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Zero sense.
I do appreciate your honesty, Alex, because you could have very easily started to go and hear the hat trick, like, yep, I got a point there.
Put
I got a
board
point.
away. Yeah. I wrote the right answer.
Totally, yeah,
And
definitely.
I would have believed you. I would have given you the point.
Yeah, because this soundtrack, like all Mega Man soundtracks, pretty prolific,
Pretty good.
pretty well known in the video game music circles. Though, I don't think, Johnny, that you necessarily played the hits. So, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's not as good. The soundtrack's not as good as Mega Man X1. I feel like that's definitely the stronger soundtrack of
absolutely,
of the Super Nintendo Mega Man X games.
I'm trying to be nice. But yeah, no, Mega Man X's soundtrack is superb.
Oh.
And this is merely very good. And Mega Man X3, also very good. Maybe even very, very good. But, yeah, man, this... Man, great pick, man. Way to scour the list of games that we haven't chosen yet. See, honestly, I thought this would come from David. David's Mr. Mega Man.
David thought it would come from David.
I was so close. Guys, seriously, about 10 episodes ago, I realized that we hadn't used Mega Man X2. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to slip that in my back pocket. Nobody's going to know. And then I'm going to pull it out and we're going to have that, how have we not used that already? And then as soon as I heard those first, 3 notes, damn you, John.
Yeah, same. That was a quick one.
I was ready for some kind of Sonic game or something from Johnny. I mean, there's got to be something out there that he hasn't played yet.
No,
Right?
I think I've done every. I think we've done every. We have done Sonic Heroes, I guess, but does that have robots? I don't even know.
Johnny, we have done Sonic Heroes.
Oh, we have. Oh, okay. I
don't
think
think
we've
we've
done
done
every
Sonic
Sonic game.
Chronicles.
Do you not remember our discussion of the Sonic Heroes cutscenes where I, lost my mind over Big the Cat say Froggy?
I thought
Come
it was
on.
Sonic Adventures. Sonic Adventures.
Nope. Heroes.
I did not. All
Ugh.
right.
Nightmare. We're not talking Sonic Heroes.
no.
God damn it.
Mega Man
So,
X2.
Johnny, tell me about your favorite boss in Mega Man X2.
Wheel Gator. Or
Yeah,
Wheel
easy.
Crocodile, whatever his name is.
Wheel Gator number
Okay.
1 with a bullet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Easy peasy.
Come on.
He's a gator. He's got wheels.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
How do we improve this alligator? Tank treads? No, that's absurd. Wheels. Definitely wheels on that gator.
And
I'm
I
trying to think.
I like that this game too. The previous game had the Hadouken as a secret power up weapon you can get. This has the Shoryuken. You could do a Dragon Punch as Mega Man, which is
Fuck yeah, dude.
seeing Mega Man do a Dragon Punch, I think makes this game worth it.
Does that? I can't remember. Does that one shot everything,
Yes.
or is
It's
it
an instant kill.
even the bosses?
Yeah.
Because you have to basically beat in the game to unlock it, right?
Yeah, I forget the exact details, but I know it's you need full E-tanks and all the heart upgrades. You need every single possible thing. And you wind up playing and exiting a level 7 or 8 times, something really weird like that. And at the end, you climb up a cliff and there's a Shoryuken, and yeah, it's a one hit any boss, anything.
That's dope.
It's Mega Man doing a Dragon Punch.
I really wish they kept that trend in the Mega Man X series because I really wanted Mega Man X5 to have X do the spinning bird kick.
Oh, hell yeah, man. When Mega Man X6, he gets Akuma's Raging Demon Ultra combo. Mega Man just goes, prepare yourself.
And then Mega
and
Man
actually-
X7 gets the 100 hand slap because X7 is terrible.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, John, I actually do have a slight correction because I was looking at the entry for the Shoryuken in Mega Man X2. It does not kill all bosses in one hit.
Oh, I thought it did. Shit.
Yeah.
Does it not kill
Nope.
Sigma in one hit? Is he the exception?
If you graze the edge of the boss, it will take heavy damage but not kill it entirely. Morph Moth will not be killed if it's in its cocoon form and you hit it with a Shoryuken. And Sigma's viral form takes several hits before being killed with a Shoryuken. Although it's possible to one-shot him by trapping him on the ceiling. Thank you, Mega Man Knowledge Database. Useful website that is. I love the idea of a man Shoryukening a robot moth cocoon. And then being like, wait, what the fuck? I thought that was going to kill you. Okay, fine, whatever. What world am I living in where I'm using a dragon punch on a robot moth cocoon? Oh, God, Mega Man. Yeah, that's when he starts questioning his purpose. Like, what am I fighting for? I'm dragon punching a big robot cocoon. What?
Yeah, and I like how this game, I feel like it's sort of the Empire Strikes Back of Mega Man games in terms of overall...
Go on.
In terms of having a darker tone, because the game opens, Zero is dead. All right? And people have stolen his body parts, and your goal, one of the optional side mission, is to try to recollect Zero's body, which is dark. And then...
Yes.
And that's about it. It's dark, just like Empire Strikes Back.
Isn't this the game where, like, in the intro cutscene, like, X and some other random Reploid are, like, on hover bikes going towards, like some base, and the other guy, like, immediately gets shot and exploded in front of you?
Yeah, R.I.P. Green Maverick Hunter, man. He did not last long. He went out in a blaze of glory. And yeah, it's a sweet cutscene. You're on your hover bike things, and, like, things are going great, and then he's gone.
Is getting Zero's penis an optional item?
What was that?
I said, is getting Zero's penis an optional item?
What's the unlock conditions for that one, John?
Yeah, I don't have anything funny to add to that, because that's great on its own. Like, I don't know.
It's big and it's green and it one-shots enemies.
I was gonna say, if, like, now, are we looking at Zero's penis, Zero Z Saber, or are they the same thing?
Yeah, they're the
I was going to say, he calls his penis the Z-Saber, no question.
I call my penis the Z-Saber, guys. Like, it's a great name for a penis.
Yeah. You just troll people with it.
Girl, you're ready for my Z-Saber?
I was going to say, it'd be funny if The Empire Strikes Back opened with everybody has stolen Obi-Wan Kenobi's body parts. And that's what The Empire Strikes Back is about, is Luke trying to reassemble Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh my God, and then he gets resurrected, and oh.
Hell yeah.
And then you get to play as him in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. That's why it goes to the Dagobah system. Yoda's got most of the parts. Oh, God.
God, Yoda's Dr. Light.
Yeah, I mean...
Although
that's what we need to be doing. Like, let's just try to stretch the entire Mega Man X series over now the completed 9 Star Wars movies. Like, how do they line up?
Although I do question your saying that this is The Empire Strikes Back, because I'm pretty sure this is, like, the only Mega Man X game without an ice level, and that's how The Empire Strikes Back starts.
Damn it, he's right.
Yeah,
you
got me.
Yeah. And I think about it. If it's X2, it makes it episode 2. So I don't want to explore the ways that this is the Attack of the Clones of Mega Man, because Attack of the Clones is so bad. I never ever want to talk about it or see it again.
So this is the one where Mega Man X is creepy as shit, right?
Yeah, Mega Man X hates sand. It just gets everywhere. It's irritating.
Well, yeah, I mean, Overdrive Ostrich's stage was a bitch.
Yep.
This all checks out.
I'm just trying to dreamcast the Star Wars movies with the cast of Mega Man X2. And I mean, seems like Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu being played by Overdrive Ostrich would be pretty good. I'm just spitballing here.
Who was the robot they had to fight that coughed for some reason? Like
Oh,
yeah, General Grievous.
yeah, you could have Bubble Crab as General Grievous, I think.
No. General Grievous is so fucking stupid that he has to be Wire Sponge.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, like seriously, I love Mega Man X games, and I'm always like, man, they really started getting wacky with those bosses in like Mega Man X3, 4, and so on. It's like X2 had a fucking sponge. So,
But I also love that it has a fucking sponge that gives you a grapple hook.
hell yeah. God, this game is logical, airtight. I love it. Also, second game tonight with a sponge. So,
Hey,
yeah.
secret
Oh, yeah.
backdoor
Yeah, a
theme.
little backdoor theme, man. Yeah, God, what a fucking game. David, you got a favorite Mega Man X2 boss?
Actually, I really liked Morph Moth because of like the 2-phase boss fight. You didn't really see that in Mega Man games until like the Wily Machine. So just having like a Maverick that you fought in 2 different modes, like I thought that was badass.
Mm-hmm. You just love shoryukening that fucking cocoon, man. I get it.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, just
It's like
wail on
punching a
that thing.
pinata.
Yeah. It's satisfying, except you don't get candy, you get a boss fight out of it. So, it's all good. Alex, do you I know you didn't get the game right, but that's okay. Did you play Mega Man X2? Because that's also okay if you didn't, because I overlooked this for like 20 years.
Yeah, I have not. No.
That's all right. This greatly passed me by back in the SNES days. It was only later on in the years of perfectly legal video game playing in the mid 2000s that I caught up with this series. And yeah, it turns out these are great. But yeah, it's a wild game, man. It's wild that we haven't used this yet because all the Mega Man X games are iconic in some way. Iconic, for the good. Iconic for the fucking bizarre. There's something great in all of them, even the crappy ones. There's something fantastic. So I'm glad that you picked this, John. And if there's nothing else on it, I also got to say I'm glad that. Oh wait, David, go for it.
No, I just had a question for you because you asked us, who's your favorite Maverick?
Oh.
Mine was also Wheel Gator.
Okay.
It's a dope fight. Yeah. Number one, no question. Yeah, he comes up out of the water and jumps you like a gator. My knowledge of gators from living in Florida, tells me that's not accurate. But then I remember he's a robot gator. He can do whatever the fuck he wants because he's got wheels. So it's my knowledge of alligators doesn't apply to this one.
It's just the way that you said that. It's like, but he's a robot gator.
That's why we're playing the game, man. You play to kill the robot gator. But Johnny, is there anything else on Mega Man X2?
No, I think we covered it.
See, and I was just gonna say, you gotta have confidence in your pick. You should have ended the show with this, because now we have to end the show with my game for Game 5.
Game 5.
lover, take me in your dream. Take me anywhere you please, boy, you're making me scream. Dream a dream, love and life is just a dream. If you wanna set me free, boy, you're making me scream. Ooh la da dee, la da da. You gotta dream a little dream.
One more time, I'm back with a new rhyme. Hey, here we go again. Turn it up, my friend. No, we don't stop. We rock the spot. No, we don't quit. Get ready, all this is it. Do you like the dream? Hey, I like the dream, baby. Do you like the dream? Oh, I like the dream, mama. Do you like the scream? Hey, I like the scream, baby. Do you like the scream? Oh, so scream it out.
Dream a dream, lover, take me in your dream. Take me anywhere you please, boy, you're making me scream. Dream a dream, love and life is just a dream. If you wanna set me free, boy, you're making me scream. Ooh la da dee, la da da. You gotta dream a little dream.
Wow. All right. So the primary type of robot in this game series are known as consento, which translates from Japanese to English to outlet, as in power outlet.
Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. Oh, thinking about our younger years. There was only you and me. We were young and wild and free.
Stop singing, asshole!
Now nothing can take you away from me. We've been down that road before, but that's over now. You keep me coming back for more. Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. And love is all that I need, and I found it there in your heart. It isn't too hard to see, we're in heaven. We're in heaven.
I'm in heaven after hearing that. Johnny, I'm sorry for yelling. That was you singing, right? I
Yes.
should be scolding David.
No, that was me.
All right, let's see those answers. Oh, no. Oh, yes. All right, so John says Aqua Jam the game. No. David says Beatmania. Closer. And fucking Alex has the correct answer. He says DDR Max 2, and he has thanked his girlfriend, who obviously can hear the music. That's correct. Wowee. DDR Max 2, Dance Dance Revolution for the PlayStation 2. Hey, it's the full title, David. You got to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Fucking A, man. DDR Max 2, Dance Dance Revolution. What a game. Tell me that I'm not the only DDR player here. Johnny, you played some of this?
No, I'll play rhythm games that don't involve my feet. Like if I can use my hands, I'm good, but anything with my feet, it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Taito Drum Master? Yeah, I'll whack some drums, but
Right.
I can't get into the DDRs, no.
Donkey Bongos, you're in?
Donkey Bongos, Guitar Heroes, DJ Heroes,
Ugh.
Keyboard Heroes,
All right, yeah. I don't want to hear about any more of your heroes.
Ukulele hero.
Macarena heroes.
You're talking about Samba de Amigo now. That's different game, John. Alex or David, any DDR experience, man?
My
Yeah, I didn't
DDR
think
experience
so.
is basically listening to the soundtracks.
Fuck yeah, dude. And that is a good way to experience it. Because if you don't feel like dancing, you'll be made to feel like dancing after you listen to the soundtrack. And you just save yourself some money on the game. So you can just, that's the beauty of this game. You can listen to the music and dance without playing the game. And just give yourself a high score. You don't have to like buy an elaborate controller and embarrass yourself in front of your friends.
I miss arcades because I did like going to the arcade and seeing that one guy who had been playing this game way too goddamn much.
Oh yeah,
like do the crazy like run in place like a ninja dance moves, and oh god, like
yeah.
I wish I could do that. I'm really jealous.
No, I am too. That's the thing. Like people that are hardcore arcade DDR players, I have always been very envious of them because it's like, wow, their brain is processing things and sending the signal to the farthest possible point, their feet, faster than I can possibly compute what's going on that screen. Like, I'm jealous of those people. Anybody that can play DDR and even look like barely like they are cool or are really good at it, great job to them. Hats off to you.
I really wish they
that ain't
made
me.
like a DDR white people version where it's just like the most awkward dance moves that you can imagine.
Every song is the Macarena. 0 foot movement involved.
It doesn't track your foot movement. I was gonna say that's actually that's what Heaven by DJ Sammy is, because it's one of the easiest DDR songs ever. That's what got me in the groove on this game. It's like that's the song that made me realize, like, John, you can play DDR. Look at you, you're doing it right now. Look, you're just doing the steps. Oh no! And it's like, do you want to try stepping it up into like heavy mode? You've made a mistake.
John, you can totally play DDR. Mistake. Do you want to step it up? Oh God, no.
Yeah, no. I learned very quickly. No, I did not want to step it up. So my DDR story.
I love the idea of like, John, look at the screen. Okay, now look at your feet. You're playing DDR right now.
You're doing it right now. Yeah, that's what the game was telling me, because the Heaven by DJ Sammy was just running through my body. That song courses through my every fiber of my being, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm doing it. I'm stepping on the left arrow, and then the down arrow, and then the right arrow. Wow, and then reverse it. Down arrow, left arrow, tap that up arrow. I did it. I'm a master at this. I 100%ed Heaven by DJ Sammy on light mode. This is great.
I am the DDR master.
Yeah, but I remember at some point in this game, this series escalating in popularity, somebody made it seem like this was a good fitness option. It wasn't. Not for me. I know people that have, said that they've lost weight playing the game. There's actually Taylor in our chat right now saying that they lost 30 pounds playing on heavy mode. Totally worth the $100 pad controller. Good on you. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was not good enough at heavy mode to get like fitness out of it. It's like I can't play this. I'm just gonna go jogging. Like, I've made a mistake thinking this would be a fun way to get in shape. It's a fun way to embarrass myself, and now I'm gonna go to the gym. So it wasn't good for my fitness goals. But it was fun, man. I bought DDR Max 2. And I got, super great deal with it and 2 PlayStation 2 plug-in pads. Unfortunately, the soft ones, not the hard ones. But I got them on like eBay for a fucking, steal. And so, I fucking set that shit up. I was living with my buddies, and we busted that shit out. And I was the only one that played it. And I got clowned on super hard. And I played it for a few months there. And finally got clowned out of playing it ever again. It's like, man, they're right. I'm not good enough to go into heavy mode, so I should probably just let them use the TV as well, and we should play something that all of us enjoy. fine, you jerks. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It's a blast. But I suffered such humiliation at the hands of my roommate's sister that I don't think I could play it in front of people for, say, the past 17 years or so. I don't even remember what she said, but I remember just like the look of utter disgust and like the utter look of like, oh, I'm never gonna fuck that guy. Like, not that she was interested, but like the message was clear. Like, no. Yeah. to me at age 19 playing DDR, that look from a woman was enough to be like, I need to hang this up. This experiment didn't go well.
I was a probable no, but now my hard definitive no.
It was, wow, yeah. She practically made me sign something. Like, good God. It was bad.
God,
so, yeah.
You know what I really want to do? I want to
humiliate yourself?
Yeah, I want to find a DDR tournament and I want to enter it. But then I want to step up to the game, and the other guy chooses like whatever, the crazy song, and he chooses heavy, and I set it to light.
God, you should do that. You get a perfect, he gets a nearly perfect.
It's like tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. Having a good time.
Light modes, I was kidding. I did at least beat several songs on like standard mode. I was good at standard mode. It's when you go past standard mode that it's, oh no, this these Captain Jack songs, all this Euro trash bullshit music they've got in here, like, you can't move your feet this much. And when you do on that soft pad, it just starts wrinkling up and you lose the orientation of the pad and everything goes all wrong. So yeah, it's it was a fun while it lasted. And it burned out bright, man. It was DDR Supernova. Me, 19, lonely. What a time it was. I really do love this game and have some real negative associations with the time in my life I was playing it. So, man, what a mixed bag. But it's got robots.
Fun story. I mean, I don't know.
I haven't talked about the robots.
I know this is a super fun story, but like, when DDR was big, people were coming up with their clones for the computers, and there was like something similar to Stepmania. I forget what it was called for the computer, but there's one you get for the computer. And I went out and I went on like PlayAsia.com and I bought the PS2 to USB adapter, and I actually went to GameStop and I bought the PS2 USB mat or PS2 DDR mat. With the intent of like, I'm gonna plug this in my adapter. I'm gonna set up my computer. I'm gonna play DDR on my computer with all these custom songs like Bombs Over Baghdad and stuff like that. Never actually plugged the goddamn thing into my computer.
What? I remember you showed me that. You showed me the custom Bombs Over Baghdad like Stepmania.
Yeah.
You never even played it?
No.
God damn it,
John, that isn't a good story. That's a terrible story.
Not once.
What the fuck, man?
It just sat in the top of my parents' closet for like 5 years.
Jesus. Can you get it back?
Was that?
Can you go get it?
No,
can you do it now?
It's long gone.
That's... Jeez, John. That's sadder than my story. I at least tried it. Put myself out there. I can just imagine you trying to play some DDR in your parents' house and your mom laughing at you and humiliating you the way that that I was. Somehow,
I got
that look from my mother told me I was going to be single for a long time.
And then I got that I'm never going to fuck you look from my mom.
What? Whoa.
Never.
Oh my God.
No.
That's the joke I was trying to tiptoe around.
Calculating.
No.
I was going to let it go. Yeah, there are robots in DDR Max 2. Calculated computer.
Calculating computer activated.
What? Are we doing this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck it. All right, guys. So this bonus tie-breaking fan request is coming to us via our Discord server. Let's see. That came to us from Keladon in Discord. So thank you very much, Kel, for this request. And so this game, in between its 5 beat-em-up stages, are 5 hit stages in which the player gets 3 hits to destroy the following things: a street punk, a semi-truck, a building, a giant crab, and the moon. All right, guys. Who's feeling great?
I'm
feeling
feeling good.
pretty good.
Good. Johnny, your feelings are irrelevant. You're out of this thing, but
I
you can
know.
still show me an answer. Let's see. John says Sonic Blast. No. Jesse and excuse me, Alex and David both have the correct answer. Sonic Blast Man.
This is supposed to be a tiebreaker, you guys.
Yeah. Damn it, man. Johnny, did you really not read that this was Sonic Blast Man? Did you think Sonic Blast, not Sonic Blast Man?
No, I was just being stupid. I actually did read it. I just wanted to write Sonic Blast.
That's okay. If that's the case, that's crazy that you got so close with a stupid answer. Like, good lord. The game was Sonic Blastman. You guessed Sonic Blast? That's uncanny. Wow. Go buy yourself a lottery ticket. You'll get 5 out of the 6 tonight. Good lord. Yeah, so this game, David, you played a shitload of SNES beat 'em ups, so I'm sure you know about Sonic Blast Man.
So I never played this game. I wanted to, but I am aware of it. Actually, because Sonic Blast Man was by Taito and did make a cameo appearance in Bust-A-Move 2 or 3. I don't remember which one. So when I used Bust-A-Move on the show a couple weeks ago, I was looking up trivia and I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. It's like, oh, there's a cameo from Sonic Blast Man. What's that game about? And then I started looking up that game. It's like, actually, this game looks fucking awesome. I need to make a note to play this.
It kind of looks cool. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it looks like someone took notes on a lot of other things and just kind of put them all together. Because, like, it's got beat 'em up shit like Final Fight. It's got cool, like, superhero-ish characters like Captain Commando. It's got these weird in-between things in between the beat 'em up stages, kind of like Mortal Kombat's Test Your Might, where, like, the first one, it was like I said, it's a street punk, and there's literally just like it's a punk, and he's like looking at you, and you get 3 punches, and you have to charge up a punch and hit and land the punch. So you have a fist moving back and forth, and you have to charge the punch, land the punch, and you get 3 of those. And if you like score high enough, you knock the guy out. And then somehow it scales up to a semi-truck, a building, a giant crab, and the moon. I guess eventually you knock out the moon.
I like that.
But
part.
yeah, see, that's the thing. I saw the one where the building gets demolished. I'm like, what's the superhero doing knocking over a building? That was everybody's problem with Man of Steel. Don't do that. Like, don't just wreck a building, you jerk. But yeah, so it's got some weird stuff going on, and like in the early parts of the game, you're a big ass superhero. You look like half man, half transformer. You got like car headlights for your chest practically, and you are beating the shit out of some just like normal looking guys, like some guys in like overalls and suspenders. Like you're beating up some street punks as Sonic Blast Man, and like. It starts out like you got a little punch cycle, and then he like grabs them and shakes them like inhumanly and throws them all the way across the screen. It's like, holy fuck, man, he's killing these men. Like, not like violently, or like not graphically, but like, the men aren't surviving their encounter with Sonic Blast Man. He's a psychopath, this Sonic Blast Man. And then eventually you move into space and stuff like that. But the first couple levels, you're just like beating up normal guys. I'm like, wow, this is fucked up. This, Sonic Blast Man, he's a menace. It's like that show on Amazon, The Boys. Like, how do you stop this guy? Like, oh Lord. But yeah, no, the game looks like a hoot, and it's got a great SNES soundtrack. You beat shit up, you beat other things up. It's just beating up stuff in various modes. Like, it looks dope, and. I don't know, man. It's really something. A relic. I feel like Taito games back in the day, they, I don't know. I don't know if they had like a definable like kind of wheelhouse. So I think they just tried everyone else's wheelhouses. And it's like, sometimes you get Sonic Blast Man. It's like, yeah, that's actually, that's a pretty fun riff on what everybody else was doing. So it's dope. And it did nothing to break this tie.
No. I was gonna say, I kind of feel like
John?
I kind of feel like the Taito wheelhouse is just arcade. Like whenever you think of arcade game, it's a Taito game.
Yeah,
like this sounds like the most arcade beat 'em up possible.
For the future of Game That Tune, should all tiebreakers be Taito games? It feels like a pun that needs to be enforced. We do a little Taito tiebreaker. I'm gonna pencil that into the charter. Taito breaker. We'll just have to keep all Taito games in our back pockets.
I should try and find like a very classic Taito sound effect that we use as the tiebreaker sound now.
Yeah, David, that's the one.
Yeah.
You remember hearing that when you boot up Space Invaders?
Tim the Taito Man Taylor. What time is it? Taito time.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
I'd watch the hell of that show.
Yeah, Tim Allen selling you Taito games instead of tools, and somehow still injuring himself. Yep, would watch. But anyway, so yeah, that did nothing. So Johnny, it's up to the calculated computer.
All right, let's
to
see what it
sort
says.
this one out, man. Yeah.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Boops.
What the heck?
Scoring complete. This game's winner is John Regan.
Of course it is.
Computer chose me.
Damn
I
it,
guess.
man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's it. It went with the classic John win, where he got the lowest score, and everyone else was tied or had won the game recently. So, great, man. We really we also need to have a guest calculated computer sound for future guests. There's also the reasons that Alex can't win, that we don't have a sound to play.
Going into the show, I already knew I was going to be a loser, and that's okay.
Hey,
Nah,
man, but
man.
you're the best kind of loser. A loser that actually played the game very well and kicked ass on GTT.
Yeah.
You know, that's a winner in our book. We call that John Regan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it's the opposite of John Regan.
Yeah.
John Regan plays the game poorly and maintains his presence on the show. You pop in every now and then, kick ass, but don't win. So, whatever our thing is, you're part of it, man.
I was gonna say, it's like, hey, you did better than John Regan, and then I realized, that doesn't really say a lot.
Hey, man, come on now.
Your bar for being good at Game That Tune set pretty low.
I know some games. Come on.
Yeah. I keep a stat page, John. I can pull it up anytime I want. And, the numbers never lie. So, Johnny, last place winner, you get to pick the theme for next week's episode. What do you got in mind, man?
Well, at MagFest, I got to see David Wise play with his David Wise 5. Okay. So I think that I'm trying to think of how to word this, but I want games by like a known composer, like I want us to hear the music, be like, I think this is so and so, and like try to figure that out. You know what I mean? So it's not a free play because it can't just be any game, but
and it's not softball because you're not just saying giveaway stuff, but you want some big name
Recognizable
composers.
sounds.
Yeah, you want distinct sounds.
Yeah, big name composers, distinct sounds. And, if you pick a composer nobody's ever heard of, you got to figure out how to justify that, I guess, right? I'm going to leave it up to you to figure out this is a big name composer.
Right,
or
yeah.
not.
If it's like a one-shot composer, it better be an iconic goddamn soundtrack. So.
Yeah.
John, I'm intrigued by that idea.
Yeah.
Because, yes, your recent trip to MagFest, rubbing elbows with video game royalty like David Wise and Harumi Fujita obviously has left you with a taste for the finer things.
So jealous.
Yeah, Johnny met a kindly middle-aged Asian woman and just somehow got her to take a polite selfie with him.
I walked up to her and just waved my phone while saying picture, knowing she doesn't speak a word of English. And she's like, okay, like, come on.
What a sport. She's a great lady. But yeah, so all that is to say, well-known composers and distinct sounds on next week's show. We'll figure out what that means. But thank you so much, everybody, for listening this week. Alex, thank you for joining us, man. We really appreciate every time you stop by. So thanks for coming, man.
Well, thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, man, it's always a blast. And so thank you, everybody, for playing along with us, watching along live. We're live every Wednesday night on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Search for Game That Tune. The show comes out in podcast form the following Wednesdays. We're in Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. Just find us, Game That Tune, listen to us, enjoy us. Thank you to everybody for the requests. We got a ton of great requests this week. If your request didn't get on the show, never fear. There's always more shows coming up, and I will frequently dig into the request queue as I did tonight to pick my own game. So thank you to everybody who places a request. We appreciate you guys making your requests. Thank you to everybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. That's the shit right there. It's the home for awesome exclusives. We've got GTT Gyms. We've got Jesse's Covered Up series. We're going to be getting back into the swing of things here in a little bit with some other fun bonus stuff. So just keep it tuned to GTT on Patreon. Which I normally say, keep it tuned to patreon.com/GameThatTune. We got a lot of fun stuff in the works, and we really appreciate you guys supporting us. Special thanks to the super fans. One of them's here right now, Alex Messenger. Thank you. Special thanks. Special thanks also to Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, XX Chrono XX, Dominic Guy, and Kelly Yam. Thank you all so much. Just piles and piles of super fans for Game That Tune. It is very, very humbling and very flattering to have your support for our fucking wacky show and wacky YouTube channel. And speaking of that YouTube channel, go over there, youtube.com/GameThatTune. We got a 24/7 video game music live stream. That's a big attraction there. It's been streaming for going on 2 years now.
More gifts than ever
not
now.
Gonna stop. Yeah, gifts out the ass on that stream. It's great, man. That's where they come from. That's the ass. That's where I pull them from. So yeah, check us out there. And yeah. Oh, right. I already thanked all the requesters, but hit us with your request there. Hit us with your requests in Discord. Hit us up at our email, gamethattune@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at gamethattune. You can find me on Twitter at jgangsta187. You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
Alex doesn't do a whole lot of Twitter, but he does have a good Facebook presence. You can find Alex on Facebook in the VGM Podcast fan group. And Alex, anything else that you want to plug? Say maybe a podcast that you've started making.
Yeah, I seem to have one of those podcast things. It's of the VGM variety. It's yeah. Well, my show is The Messenger Presents a VGM Journey. I mean, it's pretty much like this show, except it's not a guessing game, and I don't really do topics. I just play whatever the hell I want.
I endorse your show heartily. It's a very fun
free play every episode.
Pretty much, man. It's free play the show.
Man.
Check that out. And you can find John Regan, the man who doesn't have anything to plug,
Alex,
on Twitter at.
Wait, Alex, can we swap shows? Can I just do your show and just free play every week? And you come do my show instead and have to compete with people? That sounds sweet.
I think we could come down to some kind of agreement. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Johnny would be a pretty great guest on a show with zero stakes. So, it's the dream right there, baby. Got to retire from Game too.
So I'm on Twitter at JPReganJR.
Hell yeah, you are. So, Johnny, you got bonus tunes this week?
I know
bonus you're never prepared to win.
Yeah, I'm never prepared to win, but I've got David Wise, Donkey Kong Country, DK Island Swing.
Fuck yeah, man. See you all next week. Peace out, everybody. Baby, you're all that I want when I'm lying here in my arms. Finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Stop singing, asshole.
We're in heaven. Oh, crap. Robots is copyright 2005 Vivendi Universal Games. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom is copyright 2003 THQ. Dublob is copyright 2008 THQ. Mega Man X2 is copyright 1995 Capcom Company Limited. DDR Max 2 Dance Dance Revolution is copyright 2002 Konami Computer Entertainment. Sonic Blastman is copyright 1992 Taito Corporation.
Stop crediting, asshole.
I do love that you brought up the fact that crediting people implies that we've okayed this with them. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Shit.
These people really worked hard on these games, but fuck them.
Oh God.
All right.